relax watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 29 yards that time. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. It's caught right side, Dixon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Newton. And an alley to run. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. 1 minute, 53 ticks left to go in this 1st half. Back to Buffalo after this. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Throwing again. Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Let's go!
After the interception, here's Taylor. Steps away to his left. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now following the interception, here's Newton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And the tight end Dixon left side. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey, eluding the pressure right. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus,
and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. What a spin. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Flush to his right. And some room to work. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Taylor going to try and hurry him to the line.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. Left side caught by Matthews. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half, it's Taylor. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. In motion left is Funchess. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On first down, it's Newton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. This is McCaffrey on the give.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Newton on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
From the red zone now, Newton. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Here's Newton now on second down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. In motion left is Funchess. Here's Newton. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up third and goal. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Trying to punch it in, Stewart. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll They'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And here come the Bills. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
In motion right is Benjamin. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. He finds an opening past the 40. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now they'll try and run a sweep to McCoy. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Taylor now off the bootleg. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Mario Addison in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Here we go. What? No. Ohio. 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 Let's go. Ohio. 38. Ohio. Ohio. Ohio.
Taylor now off the bootleg. Flushed out right. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. Dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. They'll go again to McCoy. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
In motion right is Benjamin. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round.
10th carry now for McCoy. And some room to maneuver. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Red zone opportunity.
Flex round. Flex round.
In motion right is Benjamin. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. They'll try and run it with McCoy. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Taylor going to try and hurry him to the line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Patrick DeMarco taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guy's now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up. So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2.
Come on, let's go. What? Nothing. What?
In motion, the tight end Clay. They're going to try and run for it. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. So down only 2 now, still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So down only 2 now, still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll run with McCaffrey. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back right at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Lorenzo Alexander coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3, second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here we go.
Again, it's McCoy. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. The Bills on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go. 38.
In motion right is Benjamin. On third down, here's McCoy. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
No move to pull the offense. Taylor's going to go for it. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Come on, Ohio, Ohio. Ohio, Ohio, Ohio.
They'll look to throw. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 22 on that one. And the Bills are going to have the first down. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Well, that clock had run awfully low. Now, obviously, no hesitation. Bring out the field goal unit. Try to win it.
And no one happier about that clock stopping than the field goal unit. Now they can take their time, get set, and try and execute what they need for the game-winning field goal.